Now, I want to move towards the specific topic we are discussing here today. For the audience, local breakout. BICS made a big announcement in January around this. And the reactions that we get is that it's quite a pivotal game changer in the market. So I want to dive deeper with you, Kenneth, on what was announced exactly and how have we been working on this together.
Yeah, thank you, Catherine. So indeed, the announcement is very strategic to BICS because it enables various new generation use cases for both telco operators, but also the vertical industries. And by enabling that functionality, we will propel them into a digital AI future. We're very excited about that. So we're talking about next generation use cases covering augmented reality applications, self-driving vehicles, but also autonomous drones. So obviously we're very excited about that. And actually how we're doing it, we're basically transforming roaming. We're transforming roaming by bringing the application content closer to the user. So that's what we did successfully. So we started with a joint initiative with AWS and also SK Telecom, and there we really started focusing, okay, how can we bring the content as close as possible to the user? And this was really a fantastic achievement, I can say, together with both AWS and SK Telecom. What was also really important was the subscriber experience, and this is something that we didn't focus on in the early testing phase, meaning by moving the content closer to the subscriber, we have also drastically improved subscriber human experience. I'll give you an example. Roamers were suddenly able to have their web content, web pages, loading 5 times quicker compared to the general basis. So this was really important, both for ourselves, but also for the SK Telecom subscribers. Seeing those very successful results, we immediately started looking at the bigger picture. How can we enable this on a global scale? How can we bring this feature to everyone worldwide, all the travelers worldwide? And that's where we started thinking about scaling, and that's where we think AWS is the right partner who can help us to transform the telco industry. So of course we're very excited about that, and also very excited about ramping up the solution on a very short time frame. And there's more to come as well in the future.
We touched indeed the local roaming breakout. What is next? The next thing is actually we need to look into the picture end to end, right? You're saying cloud native, and that's obviously something where we're trying to get to. And we need to look, we've been doing things for 20 years in a specific way, right? So, and we need to think and act end to end, right? So right now what we're interested in doing, and we touched as well the networking storyline over here, is that we are not trying to do the big bang, because indeed lift and shift and big bang, it's not always a success for multiple reasons. We try to do the experiments. We actually changed a bit the way of working. We implement small experiments. We take the technology, we see how it can fit into our variety of work, and that's actually again another thanks to the teams of AWS that are supporting our guys in making sure that we get there. And that's important because the way, for instance, we were doing network in the past is not the way you do network today, right? How would you do lift and shift if you don't have labeling on MPLS? It just doesn't exist, so you can't really lift and shift. You have to reinvent it. And that's the type of the right words I get from my team that are part of those experiments, that they say, oh, really, we redesign the services for the cloud. And that's really important, they get to that, right? So the future is there, and we will continue doing the experiments. Right now, just basically, I think a couple of days ago, we finished the C1 experiment, which is a very promising and interesting evolution of networking technology. I also was, it was really amazing to hear from AWS team that, guys, what you're trying to do with C1, nobody in the world was trying to do. So we are also very excited to look at your use cases and scale that you're trying to bring. So obviously we want to evolve on that. We want right now to take those result of the experiment and bring it into the product, right? So how products would be able to benefit from that, and which type of use cases will be able to actually productize and do the POC on that, right? That's an important step. And another evolution that I can say where I want us to be in is the further evolution of C1. We want to also co-develop what the service should look like from AWS perspective, right? Because it's also not a stable block that will change. It's not a monolith. We want to be part of that and evolve together. So this is something for 2024 as the roundup.
Thank you, Ievgen. So to complement on what you just said and also following up on Same, so the telcos, they have very important assets, and we are all trying to digitalize our assets. So this is extremely important, and this is exactly where we can create new value into new ecosystems. So that's extremely important, and it's very important that we move towards this direction, and we use the digitalized assets of the telco operators to create value into augmented reality, virtual reality, etc., etc. So very exciting times, and we're very looking forward to entering this new era.